Fam, truly coming at you here live from Khabarovsk, Russia. Yes, it's a little chilly today, I have to tell you. And I promised last time that I'll show you guys outside, give you a little glimpse of my outside my window and what it looks like. Well, here's a perfect day to do it. So let me take you outside, show you this. Yeah. So it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Now I see the window's about to fog up because they're letting the heat out. But let me tell you, today's temperature it's 15 below. And it feels more like 42 below because there's a wind chill factor going on. That's around 24, 26 degrees Celsius. So it's a little chilly. But it's not so bad, actually. My feet were a little cold because I had on my cowboy boots today, you know how I do it. And so my feet got a little chilly. I didn't have on my big, thick snow boots. But I still like it, you know, not so bad. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of, I went to the grocery store today and I wanted to show you what it's like to go to the grocery store. At one point, I'll go ahead and film myself actually in the grocery store, but today I just wanted to show you some of the things that I picked up for myself and for others, and just so that you could get an idea of the price differences going on here in Khabarovsk, Russia. Now, this is the stuff that I got from the store here, and I just want to give you guys an idea of the different prices or the price differences between Khabarovsk, Russia and the U.S. or California, specifically Los Angeles, California. These are the things I picked up from the store. I went to the store for myself and my friends, so I got a few different items. First of all, I got some real good glue here. It's like some cement type of glue. It's so good that you can fix sledgehammers with it. So it's a real strong glue because it's something I got to fix around the house. So I got a little of that. Got a little dough here, or you can make pizzas or things like that. This is I got all my salad stuff. Got some cilantro. Got some bell peppers here, tomatoes, cucumber, lemon. Got some broccoli here, frozen broccoli by the pound. Got some green beans here, some good frozen green beans, a little butter leaf salad. I got a little fish for them here, a little breadcrumbs. Got a couple of cheeses for them. I normally don't get cheese and stuff like that, but this is so the prices here are so cheap. I mean, look at this. This is a big block of cheese right here. I think this was probably like a couple of bucks, like $1, maybe $1 for these big blocks of cheese. I do know cheese is usually expensive in the U.S. I got a little what do you call these, napkins here, paper towels here, and I guess you call those tissue. Some green apple juice. Got my brews, a couple of little beers right there. So all this food right here cost me, let me get the receipt. Food cost me 1,250 rubles. That's $18. A little more than $18. That's a little more than $18. That's less than $20. All this, I mean, come on. Just the food. I mean, this is fish. I know that costs a lot. And cheese, those are expensive items in the U.S. Beer. I mean, even if I just got all my vegetables here, let me see. If I got all the vegetables and the beer and my glue, I mean, that would probably be about $20 right there. So really good dollar value or US dollar value out here in Russia. And I just wanted to give you a glimpse into that so you can get an idea of what it's like to grocery shop. So that's what you can get out here for the US dollar. I haven't gotten too used to the prices yet, so I'm sure there's a way to even get cheaper brands or cheaper food. I really looked for the best price. I think I was pretty good at it, but I know I can get a lot better. that just gives you an idea of what's popping as far as the value of the American dollar. But there's a few other things in regards to food. I showed you my beer. I like some beer. It's hard to find cold beer. That's what I've noticed. A lot of the stores I've gone to about maybe 10 grocery stores, and very few of them have cold beer. There's beer on the shelves, but it's not refrigerated shelves. And that, I found that to be different. I like my beer cold, so often I have to take my beer home and put it in the freezer so it gets to the temperature that I like. Or I could just leave the beer in the car and maybe go have something to eat at a restaurant. By the time I come out, that beer will be frozen just by sitting in the car. Yes, any liquid that you leave in the car for a certain amount of time will be frozen. It's just like being in the freezer. So maybe that's why they don't have the beer refrigerated. Another thing, the Chinese food is, of course, it's authentic. I mean, I'm just a hop and skip over the border from China. So you have some really authentic, delicious, good Chinese food. And in fact, I got a picture that I'll show you of some Chinese food I had the other day. As you can see, that's some good stuff. It looks similar. A lot of the stuff looks similar, but the tastes are a little different. Some are, they have some of the orange sauce flavored stuff, maybe the sweet and sour type of stuff, but it definitely has a different flavor to it. When you ask for your food to be spicy, it is spicy. These are the real Chinese peppers, and I like my food spicy. I love hot food, and so if you ask for it spicy here, you're going to get it nice and spicy the way you like. Another thing I've noticed about food, people don't seem to mind eating room temperature or cold food. A lot of dishes are cold, served cold, or even room temperature. With me, I like my food either piping hot, or if it's supposed to be cold, I like it ice cold. But I really don't particularly care for just room temperature food. But it doesn't seem to bother a lot of the people that I've met and talked to out here. So that's one of the differences that I've noticed. Another thing, in regards to music, you guys know I'm a musician. I love music. And in regards to the music that I've noticed out here, a lot of good music. I hear the hip hop influence. I hear some of the other Western influences in the music with the Russian language, and it sounds good. It sounds good. Some of the hip hop I heard was funky and had some really good produced beats. And of course, I don't know exactly what they're saying lyric wise, but I'm learning. And so that was pretty interesting. One of the things that I'm doing is I'm having the Russian students come in and bring their favorite American song in. And so I break down the lyrics for them, tell them the meaning. I look up what the artist intended to mean by the song or by the lyrics. And so that's pretty fun, and it gives everyone an opportunity to not only get closer to their favorite song or their favorite lyrics, but to really understand it and internalize the language. So that's a pretty cool thing that's going on. Let's see, some of the just little things that I've noticed. Oh, a lot of these types of keys, I'm looking at my keys right here. A lot of the locks out here have these skeleton keys, what we call in LA. We call this type of key a skeleton key. See, I've got this key, another key, skeleton key, and these are for the apartment, for the doors of the apartment. And there's two, because there's one to get in to the outside door, the hallway door, and then there's one to get into the actual door here. The security is pretty high here. A lot of alarms on cars. Everyone has an alarm. Everyone it has like a few doors to get through when you're going to their homes. I don't know what the crime rate is out here. I mean, there's crime everywhere in the world. It doesn't seem to be bad out here. It seems very safe, and it doesn't look to me like a high crime area, but they definitely keep the security high. These doors are double locks, and you got to turn them, and it's almost like in LA, Or on the East Coast, you have the projects, and you've got all these different kind of gates and locks you have to walk through. It's like that. But when you come in, of course, they're beautiful apartments and beautiful living spaces, but high security. I also talked about the alarms on the cars. Another thing that the people have on their cars here are remotes to start the car. So what you do is when you're in the house, and you know you're about to leave, you start your car so the car can start warming up, and it can be warm by the time you get to the car. You can't just go outside and jump and start a cold car and expect to leave in 15 below zero. So that makes a lot of sense. You can start your car before you leave, so it's nice and warm for you. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I appreciate that. Let me say this to a lot of Americans. You owe it to yourself to explore and get outside of America. Get outside of the yard. A lot of people, we spend our entire lives chained to America and never leaving, never seeing what's on the horizon, seeing the beauty in other parts of the world. And I don't want to get political. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the country right now. They got the government shut down and all that idiocy going on, which is totally ridiculous. And I don't want to get into politics, but I do want to say you owe it to yourself to get out and see the world. You owe it to yourself to meet new people. Everyone that we've been told is our enemy and don't think like us or aren't like us, you're going to find it's not true. You're going to find that people around the world are more like you than you think. And I know there's a lot of race issues going on in America, and but you never leave. You say, oh, there's an issue with race and this needs to be better and this that. But check it out. You need to be a citizen of this universe. I love America. I'm proud to be a citizen of America. It's my home country of my heart. But I also have other homes. And I have a huge heart. And you owe it to yourself to be a citizen of this universe. Okay, there's no place you can't go, and there's no place you really shouldn't go. As long as it's safe, as long as you can be safe there, you owe it to yourself to visit and meet new family members. So I want to see y'all out here in Khabarovsk, Russia, in Sochi, Russia, in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and wherever. Come out here specifically because for so many years, if you're like me, I grew up during the Cold War. So we grew up during that time when Russia was our arch enemy. And that's not so. That's not so anymore. And you need to come out here so you can see for yourself. And you can get some love from some of these folks out here. And you can show them what it's like to love them, the American style. What is it called? Love American Style. Remember that? Love American Style from the 70s. You owe it to them and yourselves to share with one another. So with all that said, I got my blog in for today. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. Please send your comments, and I want to hear from you. I want to see what you're thinking about, what you're talking about. I'd love to discuss whatever it is you want me to talk about. So please leave your comments, like and subscribe. And even if you don't like what I'm saying, I want to hear from you too. I love you too, and I want to hear about it. You give me something to talk about. So until next time, blessings, truly.
Is that any way for a man to